It's the Wendy Williams Show.
Staff and studio audience, and the virtuals at home. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. So this is something I think we'll all be interested in. Lil Kim is ready to tell her side of the story in a new book, a memoir. Well, the horrible thing about the publishing industry these days is that people don't read. So, you know, Norman, you read it. Give me the Cliff Notes.
Yep,
Pass them around.
I totally will. I'll read this book. For work.
He's gonna clap if you're reading. Yeah. It should be an interesting book. I guess she's gonna tell from the beginning of her career, you know, before we even knew who she was, with the Junior Mafia. That's the only part I don't really know. But I know the rest of it, and can surmise the rest of it. And even if it's not true, I believe the rest of it. Kim has had quite the life. You know, she served 10 months in prison. You know, she's apparently gotten a lot of work done on her body and her looks and stuff. Some of the stories inside are talking about Biggie, Puff, Faith, Mr. Papers. And they say she touches on plastic surgery. Now, what do you mean she touches?
I don't know. It's, I guess, like beauty secrets and stuff.
Oh, a better moisturizer?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's how she does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you know what? It should be an interesting read. Actually, I don't know. Oh, the book will be out in November 2nd, I believe. Just in time for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Halloween?
Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close to Halloween. Oh my God. Stop it. I swear, stop. November 2nd. That was not a read.
Anyway, there's a cute video of Kim and her daughter Royal performing just recently. There's Kim and there's Royal doing it like mom. All right now. Yeah. So she's working her way through this business. I don't think she ever has to do another song again in her life. I think that she can tour. I've already said this to you, with only her hits. And there's so many of them. Only her hits, no new music. You know, and it's okay if you're the opening act to a bigger act. It's okay. And why don't you do a collabo with somebody who's more of today's culture? Because for you, Kim, we look at you as being, you're ours. You're not these kids. You're ours. But if you want to be part of these kids, which would help with the financial situation, then maybe you should collabo with like a Bruno Mars or Chocolate Chet.
Like Chris Brown, even.
Chris Brown, Chocolate Chet. Get a movie role, and a little airplay at the same time. Anyway, Kim, good luck with everything. Well, Listen, it's official. It is official, and I've been sitting on this story just because I can't stand talking about him. Boring Matt from The Bachelor. It's official. He said it's official. He called up People magazine and said, "Yep, I am dating racist Rachael again." Yep. He says he's not pursuing any other relationships. He tells People he's focusing on this one. And he feels that Rachael has been doing her racist work. You know, studying up on black people and stuff. Listen, I suspect that this relationship will be over before the summer ends. Like they're just trying to rope us into something. I think that they're trying to make us believe that this is gonna be a relationship. When Matt is still, he's just so boring. You know, maybe you can get, a cooking show on TV. Maybe you rebuild houses. Oh, Rachael, rebuild plantations. I don't think people ever accept this relationship. All right, wait, clap if you're fine with this relationship. And there she is. Escort her out politely, thank you. During commercials, escort her all the way out. No, but you approve. You think it's fine? If she loves him and he loves her. And they could work on the racist thing together? Everyone, our friend Jeffrey is in trouble. JaRule, yes. He's in trouble with the IRS again.
Oh.
Jeffrey. You know, he served 2 years for tax evasion from 2011 to 2013. He evaded the taxes back then. And you would think that if you leave your wife and all your kids, you know, out free and, you know, people like me on the radio talking about it, and then you're in there doing your time, you would think the one thing that he'd do when he gets out of jail is make sure his taxes are paid, at the very least. So now he's being sued by the government. They looked after Jeffrey, see? I guess once you've been in prison one time for it, then they look at you for the rest of your life. I don't know.
Sure, I'm sure.
Like Wendy,
Yeah.
running the drugs from Rochester to
right.
the city.
They keep a close eye on you once you get out.
So he owes the government over $3 million. And he's owed that money since he's been out of prison for tax evasion. So he came out and said, "I'm still not paying." How does that work, Jeffrey? Allegedly. How does that work? And I'm still not paying, or I'm still not gonna call my accountant and find out what I need to sign.
Right.
And then his wife is on the paperwork, so she faces jail time too. Yes, imagine that. Now, they do have children. I think 1 or 2 are in their 20s.
3 kids. They're like
They can take care of
adults.
each other while the parents are away,
Yeah, they're adults.
just in case something happens.
Yeah.
Where's JaRule gonna get $3 million? See, I just think his wife should have known better. You know, like just no matter what she knew when he got arrested, no matter where she was in terms of knowing the household budget and stuff, I would have just gotten smart as hell for those 2 years that he was away, and then insisted that I take care of everything with the accountant. Everything. Yeah. Where'd they catch him?
What do you mean where? Oh, they actually, where? The court papers actually, they have his home address on it. So that's where they caught him, at home.
Not at home, like washing the car or something innocent.
No, he hasn't been like arrested or anything. They just, you know, served him papers and they're like, "We want our paper."
Jeffrey, they're watching you. That's all I'm saying. So, Mike Tyson is fighting again. Unfortunately for me, because I want to see this fight, he's fighting in September. And September kicks off our new season. I'm not thinking about Mike Tyson. No. You know, I'm trying to set things up for the spring and summer so I don't have to think about anything except for sliding into season 13. Right. Yeah, yep. Maybe at that point, if I have a steady Eddie, that'd be great, because I want to slide into the cold months, already having something going on. I mean, you know, I'm still interviewing. Anyway, so Mike told TMZ Sports yesterday this. Take a look.
With the Evander Holyfield rematch off, are you still going to return to the ring, sir?
I'm going to fight Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis?
Yeah.
Dope. I can't wait to see that. When's it gonna
September.
September?
Yeah.
See, I don't even think if Lennox Lewis knows that Mike Tyson's gonna fight him. I think that might be Mike just putting it out there, you know? Remember, Mike knocked out Lennox Lewis back in 2002. That was a big deal.
It's opposite. Lennox punched out Mike Tyson.
Punched out Mike, I'm sorry.
Right.
Right, in 2002. And there's Mike laying right there like, oh, let me up, help. But he's still not all the way down.
Right.
Nope, he's not flat out. If I have to judge by these two pictures who'll win, it'll be Mike. I'm just saying. Never trust a big tufted a smile. No, but look, TMZ Sports asked Lennox Lewis back in February if he'd like to fight Mike, and here's what Lennox said back in February.
I don't really have nothing pushing me in the ring right now, so it's not, you know, people would love to see that fight, but I don't know. I think it would take public appeal. If the public wanted it, then me and him would probably talk. So public appeal.
Mike would win. Clap if you think Lennox would win. 3 old heads. Everybody else says Mike. All right, well, it's gonna be in September. I have no idea where it's gonna be. Probably Atlantic City or maybe Miami.
All right.
All I know is June is fighting month here. You know, yeah. We've got 3 fights to see in June, okay? And then we'll wait for the Tyson Lewis fight. If you have time in your schedule in September, by then schools will be back, hopefully in full session. People will be back, hopefully, to really working, and nobody's gonna have time to watch Mike Tyson fight Lennox Lewis.
No.
Norman, you'll be on assignment.
I will be on assignment for this.
Okay.
Sure. I'll spend the money on pay-per-view.
So, I love the cooking shows, you know, I love food. If you're like a lot of us, we don't necessarily cook the best, but we definitely love seeing other people cook the best. And then we get a little inspiration, and we might not make it like them, but we'll put it in our own thing, or look for it up the block around the corner at the deli or something. So Tamar Braxton and Tony Braxton's mom, Evelyn, is getting her own cooking show. It's called Cooking with Miss E. Look, she looks younger and younger, and every time we see her, even on the show, like, you know, when she's moving around, So Evelyn is 73 years old, and she cooks a variety of different types of food, mostly Southern food, though. And she's gonna have a variety of guest stars on. So that'll be fun, because Evelyn is fun to watch cook just by herself. And I don't want to see the girls come on. If this is the Evelyn show, then we don't need to see Tony and Tamar and the rest of them come through. Like, I don't want to see that. Nope, bye.
Bye.
Nope. I don't mind seeing the father come through.
Oh, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
But I like to see when Evelyn gets disgusted with him.
Yeah,
She
it's
gets so
hilarious.
upset with him. Anyway, Evelyn's show it's only in development, which means it doesn't have a network, a time slot, or a start date. In other words, where'd we get this idea?
But it doesn't. It has like a very reputable production company is doing it, so it will come to air. I'm pretty sure it will, based on who's behind it.
Who's behind it?
A production company called Left Right Productions, which is like.
Oh, I know them.
We all know that, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck, Miss Evelyn.